Hi everybody, so my name is Alex, and today me and my partner Jayden are going to be walking you through kind of our just go-to process of editing photos. So without much further ado, we'll just go right into it. What I kind of like to look for is just an interesting composition, some nice lighting, you know, good color, all that kind of stuff. Just real wide range of just light to give us just the most to work with as possible. So I'm just going to kind of go through here. This is a shoot that I did here a couple months back. I've gone in and out, edited a few of the pictures, but I've just been really wanting to jump into them here. I've been finding some good color work and everything. So I kind of just like to go through, take a look at some of them, see how it's going here. This one, right off the bat, not my favorite. This building, kind of cut in half there, a little crooked. We can fix the alignment, but sometimes it's just not worth it. Go to the next one here. Look at this one. Getting better, getting better. A little out of focus than what I can see here. Let's try this one. There we go. Perfect. Got some nice highlights. Got some nice point of light in here. See the water tower. Looking pretty good there. Yeah, let's go and edit this one. So if you're on a MacBook, you can just go ahead and double click that image. It'll pull it right into Photoshop for you. And what I like to do is just right off the bat go in and just drop down the highlights. It'll just bring up a lot of that color, take a lot of the white, just write it down. Another thing you can do, lighten up some of the shadows, just see what you're kind of working with light wise, looking a little bit better. I could just bump up the exposure a tiny bit there. Increase the contrast, get some nice color. And then at this point, I'll generally, maybe drop the highlights down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, at this point, it's looking alright. We can just go ahead and open it. And then this is where we can really start kind of getting in there, making the fine touches. So I'll go up to image, adjustments. The first one I like to look at is always just brightness. Go in there, lighten it up just a little bit, make it, you know, so you can see everything. Kind of want to get that red pop a little bit more there. There we go, perfect. And then with that, kind of just bump up the contrast, keeping everything just looking kind of the way you want it to there. Alright, that is looking good. And you know, one thing you can do is you can definitely go in and crop and just straighten up that alignment and everything. I generally kind of like to get a little bit of just asymmetry to it, but this building here, not my favorite. So here, let's go in there, drag this along here, and then it'll just make it level with the bottom of the image there. Good enough. Alright, and at this point, let's see. Yeah, you know, this image is looking good enough to print here if you want. I like to just go in, you know, maybe mess with the colors a little bit more. We can go back into just camera raw. The color mixer, you know, with these sunsets, I like to get a little bit more purplish, just a little bit more rich colors. Perfect. Alright, and then now at this point we can kind of, if this is what you're going for, just a nice picture of a sunset here. Got the highlights blowing up the side of the building, a little bit of a visual interest. That nice crooked telephone pole there matches that crooked street sign. Yeah, at this point I'd say I'm pretty happy with this picture. Go up and just make sure that the canvas size and everything is alright for printing. You kind of just want to try and match it to your sheet or your paper as best as possible. You see here, this is already sized to an 8.5 by 11, which is just a standard printer size for basically any real easy printing that you're going to be wanting to do. And yeah, now we'll kind of go into a little bit more of a creative side of the photo editing for you guys. Alright, so as you can see, this one is already pretty good, honestly. There's a nice range of colors. You got some nice darks up here with the bright whites down here on the shore, and then also some nice midtones in the water and in the trees and everything. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. You can go in and edit it kind of how we did the last one, but I'm just going to jump right into some more creative edits here. Alright, and then when you have that 8.5 by 11 selected, for a LaserJet, it isn't that big of a deal. I'll generally just leave it on. Printer manages colors just because the type of paper you're using isn't going to be that different. If you're doing more of a fine art print, it would be important to switch that back to whatever paper you're using specifically. And then at this point, you're able to just go ahead and print, and then you will get to see what your final image is here. Make sure all the settings here are just looking good. Yep, 8.5 by 11, printing to your LaserJet. Pretty much just preset. Alright, perfect. And now you just get to wait and see.